like this, 'cause the music makes me high. And if I only got one more night, I'm gonna leave out loud goodbye.
This gonna be the type of night they make.
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy, Mr. Von. Mr. Von's channel, Sweatbox. We back. We live. We active on the channel. Yes, indeed. You know how we do. Still dodging those digital jabs, baby. Look, I'm finally getting a chance to do my series review, season 1 of Peacemaker. Y'all see the title. That's why y'all clicked on it. This is my review of Peacemaker. I know it's super late, but this show was too good for me not to review it. So, obviously, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it. Why are you here watching spoiler reviews? You're an idiot. Let's run through the cast real quick. Starring, obviously, Cena as Peacemaker, Jennifer Holland as Hardcore, Freddie Stroma as Vigilante, aka Adrian Chase. We had obviously we had Robert Patrick as Augie Smith, Peacemaker's dad, the White Dragon. Danielle Brooks is Adebayo. I'm not even going to try to pronounce Murr's name. Chukwudai, Uwiji. That's Clemson Mern. And my man Steve Aggie as Economos, Diebeard, baby. And Wizwan Manji as Jamil. Every one of these characters was awesome. There wasn't a weak character in this show. This is one of the best shows so far it's the best show I've seen this year. I know it's super early, we're only in March, but man, this show's awesome. What do you want me to say? This show basically picks up with John Cena's character, Peacemaker, right after the events of Suicide Squad. He's in the hospital recovering, wakes up and realizes that he's basically free to go. He talks to Jamil and they have this hilarious conversation about, do you recognize me? And he was like, oh, that's the funniest part. He was like, oh yeah, I do recognize you. You're Peacemaker. Yeah, you're that racist superhero. He was like, no. And he was like, you gotta start killing more white people, man. That was great. That was a great scene. The way he was instantly like, yeah, you do remember me. You know me. Yeah, I do know you. You're that racist. He's like, no, I'm not that. Not me. I don't want to be labeled the racist. That was great. This show had so much humor like that. I mean, the humor of this show was it was so awesome. From the first episode where the whole dance routine that he does when he gets with the chick that he eventually finds out is a butterfly. He's dancing in his underwear, and then that whole fight scene with her was nuts. It was insane. With the super duper cool ending with him using the helmet. There's so much in this. Peacemaker is a great character. John Cena really comes into his own as this character. He really embraces this character, and I gotta give Cena props, man. There's some dramatic moments in here that he plays perfectly, whether it's the scene of him playing the piano as the diary's getting found and all that. It was just great. He does a really good job. And of course, how can you not talk about Eagly? His pet eagle, Eagly, is like I said, every character in here is just great. The introduction of Eagly, he rides in with how he rides in the car with him. They first see, he said, "Is that an eagle in your car?" He's like, "Yeah." Yeah, I like it. This show was just so awesome, man. Let's talk about Vigilante. Vigilante is probably my second favorite character because he's so crazy. I mean, you see just in episode, I think it's episode 2. Yeah, I think it's like episode 2. You legitimately see how crazy he is when he steps up to snipe out the butterflies, the family of them, and he's just like, bow, bow, and just murdering the kids and the wife. I'm like, man, this dude's psycho. But then when they're getting tortured, he threatens to cut off his tongue. And then the next episode had me dying when they were talking. He was so bitter towards Peacemaker about how Peacemaker let him get tortured. He wasn't giving him no information. He was so. John was like, "You look like you're upset." He's like, "I'm not upset. I'm not upset. It was a teaching moment. I appreciate you teaching me." He said, "You sound upset, bro." Oh, and then of course there's the episode where they go in and they go invade the distribution factory that the butterflies are using to spread their little liquid all throughout. Oh, that episode is classic. I mean, from the moment they get there, first of all, from the van ride over, their little bonding moment with that song. I don't even remember the name of the song, but it was so ridiculous. But when they get there, he's like, "You just gonna chill? You gotta be. I thought you were gonna be chill." He goes in there and just starts murdering people. She's like, "I thought you were." She said, "What? Extra speaks. I can see them in their brains." It was so great. And then the end of the two things at the end of that episode, when he put the grenade on the tank shell and just threw it at all those. Adebayo was like, "Run, Adebayo would have been nice." He said, "You see me throw a bomb, I gotta tell you to run." This show was great, man. This show was awesome. I can't recommend the show enough, man. I just cannot recommend Peacemaker enough. Excuse me. And so then after that happens, then they go into the room and there's the legend. I mean, you'll never see another scene like this in another television show, and if you do, they stole it from this, because they literally have a fight with a gorilla, and at the end they end up killing the gorilla by chainsawing the gorilla in the chest. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. It was nuts. I mean, this show did not shy away from the violence. Shouts out to James Gunn. He's just becoming such a great director. I feel like he fits in more at DC than he does at Marvel. It's just my opinion. But either way, this show was awesome. I mean, this show was awesome. The scene where Adebayo talks Vigilante into sneaking into prison to kill Peacemaker's dad was so good. The way he just went at the Nazis and just clowned them to their face, and then they got up and then whooped their ass. Even Peacemaker's dad was like, "Nope, I don't want none. You ain't gonna get me." I was like, he was awesome. It was just a great scene. It was a great scene. Great scene. I can't speak enough of how much I love Vigilante as a character, how much I love Peacemaker as a character. Hardcore as a character was really good. She the way she steps up in the leadership role after Myrn dies. Spoiler alert: Myrn's a butterfly, ends up getting killed by his own people. That was great. And another thing, the scene where the butterflies take over the police station. Oh, the song, "Monster," my favorite monster. Oh man, and they're just flying the slow mo. That was just an awesome scene. I loved it. I love that scene so much. Yeah, man, I love the scene where Vigilante and Peacemaker were trying to question the butterfly in the jar, and he's like, "It's yes or no questions." And Peacemaker's like, "What's your favorite color?" He says, "I was like, I just told you it's yes or no questions." Oh, he just did not grasp the concept. He said, "Is your favorite color turquoise?" I love it, man. I love it. This show was just, I can't speak enough about how enjoyable this show was. The last episode, from the showdown with his father, how Vigilante comes in, exposes the weak spot in the armor that he had mentioned in the first of all, I love the fact that his dad has a pocket. I mean, his dad may be a racist piece of shit, which he was, but he had a pocket dimension that was just filled with all kind of crazy stuff. Arsenal, it was awesome. That was great. But yeah, man, that whole fight scene with his dad and how Vigilante comes in and saves the day, it was great. It was great. Another thing that I wanted, what else did I want to talk about? The scene in that episode where was I going with this? Oh yeah, okay. So after they fight his dad, the scene with Eagly is it the next episode? I think it is the next episode. Yeah, this is the finale episode when Eagly's supposed to be putting the helmet. First of all, when they take the levitate helmet and they accidentally let it float away. He was like, "Did you say activate levitate?" She said, "I might have," and it just floated away. Oh my god! But then when they thought Eagly was gonna actually do it, and Eagly just goes and he just drops the helmet in the middle of the woods. They're like, "Yeah, you got it, Eagly. Go, Eagly. You got it." Thinking he was gonna drop it on the barn. This nigga dropped it 300 yards away. Oh man, there was so much in this episode. There's so many things in this episode, in this series. I'm skipping over a lot. Like the whole thing about, like, I didn't even mention the fact that Adebayo is what's her name's daughter, Amanda Waller's daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I love how at the beginning of it, Peacemaker's having a hard time dealing with the trauma from him killing Flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's legitimately traumatized by it. He's having nightmares about it. He's really self-abusing himself, you know what I'm saying, and all that. I love the conversation he has with his dad about Bloodsport and his dad, and they laugh about it and all that. Bloodsport's fear of rats. So I love all the tie-ins to the Suicide Squad. And then, yeah, and Amanda Waller's actually in the show. She's in she's in the series for like 2 episodes. They show her 2 or 3 times. Yeah, this was. What else am I forgetting? This is such a. I know I'm all over the place, but you know how these reviews are. That's what you do when I come here. When you come here for this, for the insanity, for the chaos that is my review. This show, I can't speak highly enough. This show is awesome. Salute to John Cena. In the final episode, when they actually go to the cow to find out where the cow is and all of that, and that giant battle where you get the team, the whole team at this point, they're fighting all the kids. Oh my goodness! Before we get to that, I'll get back to the final battle. I'm all over the place because I ain't even mentioned my boy Judo Master and his fire hot eating the Cheetos, the fiery Cheetos all the time. Man, he was so hard, bro. He was so hard, and the way Adebayo just shot him in the chest, and he's still walking around with his taped up chest, still beating niggas up. He was just still serving get right with a bullet wound and with a hole in his chest. Where Adebayo shot him, John, what are you doing? I was winning that fight. It was great. Judo Master, and he's not dead. I wonder if he's still holding the grudge towards Peacemaker, because Peacemaker was like, yo, I wiped out all these butterflies, son. What you talking about? Well, back to the last episode. I love the fact that Adebayo he uses the torpedo helmet. And Cena's like, no, don't do it. And I cracked up so hard when she flew. I mean, it was the most cliche gag, and I knew it was coming, but I still cracked up like I hadn't seen it. That whole, like I said, the whole scene where Peacemaker, Vigilante, and Hardcore is just running through, murking everybody. That's a great scene. They put in some good work. That scene where he shoots the shield and then it flips and it ends up getting the dude's throat. That was just a good scene. I love how they did that. Yeah, man, I just really enjoyed the series a lot. You know what I'm saying? The scene where Diebeard was going to plant the bomb or plant the helmet, and they catch him, and he just is honest about his beer being dyed, and it was at the same time. It was equal parts hilarious and actually super moving and touching that he was being that open and honest. And John Cena, Peacemaker, heard it the whole time. And he was just like, man. And then when he actually is behind the fence, he tries to run out the second time when the battle started, and he trips over the fence and breaks his leg. Oh my God, Economos, John Economos, dude, get it together, bro. The way they was clowning him about his PowerPoint presentation. He was like, he said, what's the monkey for? He said, I thought him and the monkey was going on an adventure together. And then the tirade that Peacemaker went on about all the other people that he could have had arrested instead of his dad. Oh my God, I was rolling. I was laughing so hard. It was so funny. Between that and him talking about the butt babies, and oh my God, it was just too funny. I love the whole backstory of him and his brother. How his dad made him and his brother fight each other for money, and he accidentally kills his brother in the fight, and then his dad blamed him. I was like, yeah, man, your dad was a piece of shit for real. So, yeah, that was again, James Gunn did such a good job of going from super ridiculous to emotional. He straddled that line very well. He did a really good job with that. So yeah, I can't say enough about the show. The show's awesome. I love it. I can't wait for season 2. The ending. Let's talk about that ending. After, like I said, I already talked about Adebayo with the torpedo helmet. She comes, so he goes down. He's fighting off. They getting ready to kill the cow, and he's having the final battle with with the, I don't even remember the butterfly's name at this. The butterfly had a name. The one that took over the Asian cop. Yeah, she's Adebayo comes in there struggling. She's giving him the ultimatum: help us save it. He's like, activate torpedo. And she just flies right through the giant cow. The giant cow was disgusting, by the way. And when Adebayo flew, I was like, oh my god. Shouts out to James Gunn for that. Totally reminded me of his movie Slither. If you haven't seen Slither, it's a disgustingly awesome masterpiece by James Gunn. One of his first films. But yeah, man, it was great. It was great. So yeah, man, I can't. And then the ending scene when he's leaving and they won, because I like when they figure out. She tries to call. She calls Amanda Waller. She's like, "Yo, this is bigger than. There's too many of them. This is bigger than this. Can you call the Justice League?" And she's like, "What? How much time do you have? We don't got that much time." She's like, "Forget it." And then when they're leaving, the fucking Justice League shows up. Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash, and it was really Barry Allen and Jason Momoa, and it's the line of the series. He's walking off. "You're fucking late, dickheads. Go fuck a fish." And while Aquaman's like, "Man, I'm so sick of that rumor." Barry's like, "It's not a rumor." He's, "Fuck you, Barry." Classic. You cannot. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's the funniest thing out. It's the funniest thing out, bro. Oh my god, it was so great. So anyway, that is my review. That is my review of Peacemaker Season 1. What did you guys think? Let me know. Are you guys ready for Season 2? Did you like this show? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click those notifications so you know when I upload. Travel Vlogs is back, baby. Cancun, uploading those. Where's our next adventure? You shall see. But you just got to stay tuned to the channel. And until next time, you know how we do. Keep it locked. Peace.
To the ends with you. I'ma go. To the end with you. I'ma go. To the end with you. I'ma go.